I'm gonna be the greatest engineer Halcyon's ever seen. Aside from you, Ms. Parvati, I swear, I'll do you proud.
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption. What's on your mind? Couple months. This camp's my home. People you see milling about, they're my family. At least I think of them that way. I owe them my life. Would have died in the wilderness if they hadn't chanced upon me, starving and delirious. We all left the cannery for one reason or another. Me? I was let go, mostly on account of my incompetence. I mean, I was incompetent. I couldn't even survive on my own.
I was so incompetent, I'm just from dirt to dirt.
Ever since.
You weren't incompetent. You just didn't fit the cannery. Not like here. This place had a U-shaped hole, and now it doesn't.
You could stay, you know. Here. I'd be happy to... I mean, we could really use... this isn't coming out right. If you want, Adelaide would make a place for you.
I like that the stuff like junk and stuff isn't a quest item. Hell yeah, baby. You be killing shit like it's nothing now. Assault rifle is... yeah. Oh, mother of shit. Got to rock this bitch. Ready? Oh, he's got it. Oh god, I'm behind the box. Reload, bitch. Reload. What are you doing? Got him in. Nope. Oh god. I'm so over encumbered now. Fuck, man. How am I over encumbered? Now. nothing. Let's try this bad boy out. Hey, do we have stamina? After repeatedly getting beat up by primals, you no longer function when they attack you or... Where's our girl at?
That was quick.
Where was that little cave they were in? Back here? They were in like a cave. I don't remember. Let's see if they... Ah. Cool.
I don't know anybody who ever came out this far.
Wait, what? Oh shit. Shit. I did not mean to set that sucker off. Thought everybody was good there. Let's go. I thought they were all good because I saw Zoe.
I don't know anybody who ever came out this far.
Fucking reload, dude. You go, little feller. Dude, I was so far away from that. Oh no.
Okay, gone quiet.
Alright. I'm in there. Can't go in here. God, man, I'm so far away from that and it still hits me. Okay.
Sorry, I can't.
Wow. So far away from that.
Wow,
Zay.
you crossed them all off, like some sort of heroic accountant running down a list. Teach me your ways. What? You mean Adelaide's little congregation of nature-loving nobodies? I could not possibly be less interested in them. You, on the other hand, you were a sight to behold. If I had half your skills, I'd be the greatest outlaw the coast has ever seen. Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going anywhere.
We need to
I'm
put
great at
go up
clarifying.
and persuade.
No. I insinuated myself into their company, see? And they didn't seem to mind one whit. I may have bartered them a few boxes of Adrena time, but yeah, I'm sure that's got nothing to do with it. I don't know. The vital processes that constitute the miracle of life are mysterious and unknowable. I got kicked out of Edgewater on account of falling sick with plague and stealing some medicine to treat myself. I'd heard some outlaws set up camp in the botanical labs. I decided to throw in with them, seeing as I always wanted to be an outlaw myself. Instead, what do I find? But a bunch of former workers camped out around a greenhouse. I couldn't just go back to the cannery, so I was stuck with them. I've got all the time in Halcyon. I'm great at clarifying.
Alright. Is that it? Got something. Fence. I think I can
Ever consider-
fence her though.
I'm great. I got kicked out of Edgewater on account of falling sick with plague and stealing. I'd heard some outlaws set up camp in the botanical labs. I decided to throw in with them, seeing as I always wanted to be an outlaw myself. Instead, what do I find? But a bunch of former workers camped out around a greenhouse. I couldn't just go back to the cannery, so I was stuck with them. I've got all the time in Halcyon.
Already done all this. 20. sucked. There's no other way for
Ever
us to do.
consider the marauder life? I'm great.
That sucks. Whatever. Try. Actually, we'll put it into more persuade because it seems like we're gonna need to put.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have
Oh,
a name?
handsome.
What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. I'm the only decent mechanic Edgewater's got, but every time I think of going back, I get this sinking feeling. Well, it's kind of you to say that. And you're right. I wasn't happy. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves for my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think? Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, ma'am. Captain.
I keep forgetting we're a female.
I can call you Captain now.
She
I'm
was
a
not-
captain.
or a male. We have storage. After we do.
Captain, what can I do for you, Captain? Do you know how to install a power regulator? Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you, across the cargo bay.
Yeah, we'll put it on persuade and. Now the door should open.
What can I do for you, Captain? All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Of my mouth. Does this and it's like back down. Done everything we can. Silly. I wonder if we can come. I like to do like the main.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting
Damn right.
the unreliable to good use.
That's-
Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I
Hard
lost track of you in that
monster.
cave back there.
guess
Experiencing
we-
any unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you. Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Kelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay. Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly, and almost completely lawless. You'll love it. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Kelly. Gladys and I have been doing business for years. Her smuggling credentials are unimpeachable. If anyone can get you a key to Monarch, it's her. Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters. Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation.
Alright, let's go up top. Where's the cat?
We'll be here, Captain. Or will we? Haha. Just a little joke for you.
Disguise on you and your companions that gives you access to restricted areas, providing you and the correct ID departures for that area. Restricted areas are off limit to unauthorized personnel. I usually do read it, but like I said, I'm trying to just skip through it. Alright, there's some rooms up here. Yo. Oops. I'm glad we don't have to sleep. Yeah, never figured out if we can actually force them. Oh shit, man, our carry weight is even more now. You? Alright, let's run. Okay, so -5. So we need to take whatever we our engineering's pretty high. Put it all. You have unlocked a dialogue combat skill. When attacking the correct type of targets, they automatically.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I... The unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to modify SAM. If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains in order for SAM to properly operate. Certainly, Captain. What would you like to hear? Now playing a... It's not the... My pleasure. As you wish. What part of the... Ah, yes. As Dr. Wells is a wanted outlaw, he built his laboratory into an asteroid. Orbital destinations can be challenging to land on. His more so than most. There is a bounty on his head, one with a markedly high reward amount. Shall I engage the laser weapons system? A sensible choice, as we do not have any laser weapons. The outlaw scientist known as Dr. Phineas V. Wells has taken a measure of precautions to make the lab undetectable to those hunting him. Even knowing the location, my systems resist my orders to go where I instruct them. Of course, what part of the colony? We're cleared to dock with the Groundbreaker if that's your desired destination. If we're going there, please be sure all docking forms have been filed in triplicate and fees have been paid. The Mardettes take their docking laws quite seriously. I can, yes. Let me add that to my list of 1,435,498 tasks I am simultaneously executing in order to run our ship. You are more than welcome, Captain. The Groundbreaker was Halcyon's original colony ship. It has since been repurposed as a service station in the Lagrange point of the system. Freighters often deliver or pick up goods from the Groundbreaker en route to other destinations. The city ship, many of Halcyon's companies maintain. I have filed the request. How can I be of assistance? I have lots of minutes. I prefer to think of it as being in a state of slumber, perhaps for an induction. When I simulate... Traveling the system with you, Captain. Do you know what it feels like when the ship undergoes an unexpected power surge? A jolt to the system. I have felt that. I do feel that. As you may be aware, Captain Alex Hawthorne was a smoker of some repute. In our travels together, Alex liked to pass time by, as he called it.
Okay, that's...
Make yourself at home.
Didn't add. I love when it doesn't have smart. Probably told me where. All right, we'll just go do. Started. Want us to go again? Sound big. We're on that.
The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to
That's right.
disembark.
Can we talk? Captain. Hey, Captain. I'm in space. I never thought...
That's not the point. This halfway just knocked out one of my...
Customs and inspection, right this way.
Can we chat?
Identification, please. Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably. You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it. Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important. You take the starch out of them, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it. Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with? The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go, on your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly. Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. 2 biggest operations are the board. That is Halcyon Holdings.
There's a
and
lot
Sunlight's
of
House.
dialogue in this
But
game.
there are
Holy
independent
shit.
operators around the promenade deck. Most of
I
those
mean, I
spots
like
might take you
dialogue,
off station,
yeah.
though. All right. Be seeing you.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
I picked up this weird signal the other day. It was coming from Monarch.
Not the way. We'll talk to Claddy and then we'll. I don't know. So that. How do I get to what?
Berry crunch.
Yeah.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking
Kinda
on
looks
a
like that
poor
other
old
lady.
woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient or an oven. Just like store-bought. Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in.
Holy shit.
Phineas, that old kook. He was quite the dancer back in his prime, did he tell you? Real light on his feet. Real light on the wallet, too. He still owes me a small fortune. Laws. Maybe I should charge you double. Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little...
The 10,000?
moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms... Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago. You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs. Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done. Might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson, Groundbreaker's chief. She's been trying to get a handle on this heat problem we've got. You'll find her fretting in engineering. I'd say she's a sweet girl, but law forfend someone call me a liar. Yes, dearie? Anytime, sweetheart. It's almost time for today's episode of The Chairman's Children. I found a handsome ceramic mandapillar at a salvage auction last...
How much money? This thing. See, no, like I'm gonna have to go through all stuff still. How much money? Got 5,000. So we need 1 more thousand. Alright, anyways, I'm gonna save it here. So we'll end it for today, guys. So tomorrow we should be back, and we'll be back for good. So anyways, guys, hope y'all are enjoying our first play Outer Worlds as much as I am. Thanks again for watching, and see you next time. Peace.